Electric golf trolleys are expensive. Now this Ben Sayers Electric Golf Trolley is seriously cheap compared to its competitors. In fact, I think it's the cheapest one I've ever seen. So it's certainly worth considering if you're looking for a new electric trolley and you're on a tight budget. But just because it's cheap doesn't mean that it's a bargain. Would you be better off spending more money on a better electric trolley? To help answer that question, I bought this trolley with my own money. I've tested it loads out on the course in different conditions so I can share what I think of it. I'll run through all of the details, what I like, what I don't like, and whether or not I'd recommend it. Tap the like button and subscribe to the channel if you find this video helpful, and let's get into it. Let's start with the details, and first things first, this thing is cheap. It has an RRP of £429 here in the UK, but is available from retailers for around £380. But I picked this one up from Costco for £299, give or take a few pence. That is cheap as chips. For a bit of context, the brand new Moto Caddy SE, which is their cheapest in their lineup, has an RRP of £549. And it's the same with Moto Caddy. Their most budget option is the FX1 trolley, as far as I can make out. And again, that has a retail of £549 for the 18-hole battery version. So £549, £299. The Ben Sayers has an 18-hole lithium battery and it comes with a 200-watt motor. More on that shortly in my likes and dislikes. It has a very simple control mechanism where you can adjust the speed with a dial, and you also have a button on there so you can press it and then the trolley will go forward either 10, 20 or 30 meters and then stop. The trolley folds down and puts up pretty small. It has a pretty simple system of connect it in place. There's a latch and then there's a connector and then that's it. The trolley is up and running. The battery is removable. In fact, you have to remove it if you want to fold the trolley down as small as possible. And as a unit, it is very, very lightweight. If that's a concern for you, because maybe it's a little bit difficult to pick up and put these heavy trolleys in the boot of your car, this is the lightest one that I've ever tested. In the box, you also get an accessory pack, which comes with a nylon carry case, a rain cover for your bag and trolley, an umbrella holder, a GPS holder, or a phone holder if you like, as well as a scorecard holder too. So that's the main details covered off, so let's get into what I like. First of all, I really like the price. In fact, I love the price. £299 if you buy it from Costco, or £379 if you buy it from other retailers for an 18-hole electric trolley. It's just hands down one of the best deals that you're going to find for an electric trolley. Now it doesn't mean that maybe we'll come on to that in the dislikes. Now it doesn't mean that I love the quality, but if you're on a budget, well, this is meeting pretty much your main criteria, especially when you consider the fact that it comes with a carry bag, a rain cover, an umbrella holder, a phone holder, more on that in a second, and a scorecard holder. You'd easily pay over another £100 for all of those accessories. And the actual carry case is really good quality. I'm pretty happy with that. It's thick, the handles are nicely stitched on, and it's gonna mean that your trolley isn't gonna get the boot of your car all muddy, and it just makes it even easier to carry in and out of your garage or your shed. A carry case alone costs around £50 from Moto Caddy or Power Caddy, so to get it included in the price, that's a pretty good deal. Another thing I like with this is the battery life. When I charge it to 100% every time I use it, I've played 18 holes and it's still showing as green. So the screen indicator there has green, amber and red for the battery life, and I've never seen it go into amber, even after 27 holes. I also like how quiet the motor is. I've used other trolleys which are definitely louder than this one. You don't really get a huge whirring sound. It just quietly gets on with this business. One other thing that I really like is on the website for Ben Sayers, I see that they had quite an excessive range of accessories as well as just replacement parts for the trolley. So if you damage the screen, you can easily and cheaply buy a new circuit board. If you break the dial there to make the trolley go, again, you can buy another one of those. You can even buy replacement clutches for the left or right wheels. That kind of repairability is only a good thing. Another thing that I really like with the trolley is just how lightweight it is. Now that's probably a result of it being so cheap and the materials being used being pretty sparingly used. However, that means it is really easy to maneuver, getting it in and out of the boot of your car. So if you're looking for a lightweight trolley, this is one of the lightest around. Now, before I get onto the dislikes, which unfortunately there are a fair few, I just want to say please subscribe to my free monthly Golf Deals newsletter, where I find and share the best online deals that I find every month, and they come straight into your inbox. Link is in the description below. Only takes 10 seconds to sign up. Now, unfortunately, it's on to the dislikes. Now, the reason why I filmed that swing is because I assumed I was going to come massively over the top and slice it out of bounds to the right, and I was going to say the first thing I don't like was that swing, but that's the best one of it all day. When it comes to the trolley, the first thing that I really don't like is just the overall build quality. First of all, there's a lot of play and movement in the handles. The handles themselves feel pretty cheap and plasticky, which is a shame given that you're going to be holding on to them for 18 holes. The frame and the clips feel pretty lightweight. The battery doesn't fit in the battery tray. It just kind of slides around, and it's secured by a Velcro strap, which seems to be far too big for the battery, so you haven't really got much Velcro really holding on to the battery. The display console itself looks like it's from the 1980s. It's got a really retro number dial, and then you've just got a green, amber and red LED showing the battery life. When I was playing with the accessories and putting the trolley together, I went to twist the phone holder around because it was like in a horizontal position and I wanted it in a vertical position, and it snapped. It's not designed to be twisted. I didn't twist it particularly hard. I haven't gone to the gym in years, but the plastic just sheared off from the bolt, so that's broken now. Great, can't use that again. If you've used any other modern electric trolley, even the cheaper ones from MotoCaddy or PowerCaddy, you're probably going to feel a little bit disappointed with this one. There's no downhill control with this trolley, so when you're coming down a steep hill like this one, or to be honest, even just a gentle hill, you're gonna have to hold on to the trolley, otherwise it's very quickly gonna run away from you. However, this is a very, very budget trolley, so I wouldn't expect it to have any downhill control or anything like that. However, one thing to note is, turn the trolley off, it is very easy to move about even when it's powered on, which means unless you park it on a very flat surface, it's gonna run away from you pretty quickly, even when you're on the edge of the green or something like that. I did notice that when I was putting the trolley together, that the actual motor on the underside is pretty exposed. There's no like casing surrounding the motor really, and there's just a metal screw clip holding the motor to the bottom of the trolley. Again, it's not the best build quality in the world, it's not the most robust thing, and the trolley is now trying to escape. Come back, don't go out of bounds, I lose enough balls out there, not electric trolleys too. The battery itself comes in a little neoprene jacket, again I assume to keep the weather and the mud off of it to prolong the life of the battery, but that does mean that in the winter months it's going to get really quite muddy and dirty, and I don't know how much you're actually going to be able to clean it up. Talking of the winter, another thing with this is that Ben Sayers don't sell the winter replacement wheels where you just take them completely off and put the new winter ones on. You have to buy an accessory pack where you put the hedgehog tread around the outside of the wheels. Now the good news is that that's relatively cheap, around £25 or so, but personally I just can't be bothered with the faff of having to attach a new winter tread to each wheel and then take it off again. It is much easier when you can just buy a whole wheel, clip the old wheel off, clip the winter wheel on, and then when winter's over, clip the winter wheel off, clip the summer wheel back on. Although the trolley is lightweight, which is very much a positive, on the negative side, as you've seen at the beginning of the video, it is very easy to tip over. Now, it's not a design fault as such, because a lot of electric trolleys are very easy to tip over. Unfortunately, this one is in that category. If you're holding on to the trolley and you're paying close attention, you're not going to have any problems, but as you saw earlier, it is easy to not really pay attention to get caught out on an upslope. Earlier, I was praising the motor for being nice and quiet. However, I have a negative with the motor as well, and that's that it doesn't really have much torque. So, although yes, it carries my bag and my trolley, not a problem for 18, even 27 holes, when it gets even close to a slight incline, the trolley really starts to slow down and struggle to get up it, which means you have to turn up the power almost right the way to max sometimes. Two other dislikes when it comes to actually folding down the trolley and storing it. The first one is the fact that you have to take the battery out for it to fold flat. Now that just means that you've got more of a chance of forgetting to pick up the battery and take it with you when you go to the golf course. Now if you do end up doing that, the trolley is really nice and lightweight, so it's basically the same as having a push trolley anyway, but that's pretty frustrating. The second thing that's frustrating when you put it down is that it doesn't really have any clips to keep it folded down. So the amount of times I've just gone to pick up the trolley and I've grabbed the wrong part and it's just kind of opened up. Other electric trolleys that I've used have got clips to secure it in place. That would have been nice on this. So would I recommend the Ben Sayers Electric Trolley? Well, for all of those shortcomings, I'd say that this is priced accordingly and it's very cheap. So for those of you that are on a budget and price is your main consideration, yeah, I probably would recommend the Ben Sayers. It's not going to be the nicest feeling trolley to use, but if you buy it from Costco, it's around £200 cheaper than any of its nearest competitors. And if you don't have access to a Costco, well, it's still over £100 cheaper, and you're getting all of those accessories as well, which if you bought a different electric trolley, which would probably cost you another £100 on top of that. Just don't expect to be blown away by the quality of the thing. This is built to a price, and that price is cheap. Therefore, it's understandable that it feels and looks kind of cheap as well. But as an electric trolley, it did its job and it did it well. It hasn't actually let me down. Yes, I've broken one of the accessories pretty easily, and it does have a tendency to tip over if you're not paying attention. But if you're on a budget, you can probably forgive all of those things and be happy with the fact that you're going to get the benefits of using an electric trolley, meaning that you're going to be far more refreshed at the end of your round because you've not had to carry or push your bag around with you. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to sign up to my free monthly Golf Deals newsletter. The link is down in the description below. And if you are in the market for an electric trolley, then why not check out one of my other reviews right here. Oh, I'm stuck. Getting old.